Subhrojit sir,
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
okay sir, we will start soon.
No, no.
Well, good morning to one and all once again. And now we are going to start our session number 8, which will be delivered by Dr. Subhrojit Pradhan upon the topic on-chip optical communication. So, ladies and gentlemen, please allow me to introduce to you Dr. Subhrojit Pradhan, who has completed the PhD from Faculty of Science and Technology, who has completed his PhD from Berhampur University and presently working as HOD in GIT University, Gunpur. He has completed his BTech and MTech in Electronics and Communication Engineering from DPUT. He has a teaching experience of 14 years in UG and he is also teaching PG students at GIT University, Gunpur. His teaching and research interests are basic electronics, analog and digital electronics, analog and digital communication, optical communication, non-linear optics, optical signal processing. Well published 20 research papers in various international journals as well as conference proceedings. He has also organized more than 50 workshops, 5 international conferences, and 20 faculty development programs as the convener. In addition, he also completed the project costing 20,84,350 rupees from AICTE under MODROPS, 3 in number for MODROPS, an international conference as chief coordinator or co-principal investigator. So without any further delay, I'd like to invite Dr. Pradhan to initiate his talk upon on-chip optical communication. Sir, please.
Good morning, ma'am. Thank you for giving this opportunity. I'd like to thank the organizers and coordinator of this Atal FDU program for giving me this opportunity to share my knowledge to the participants. So, and many people are already discussed the related to the topic. So I will discuss regarding the system on chip and its application in the communication world. So let me present my PPT. Okay. My PPT is visible.
Yes, sir, visible.
Okay. So my topic is optical chip on chip optical
Sir?
communications.
Sir,
Okay.
sir, sorry for, excuse me, sir.
Uh,
Sir,
yes.
sorry for the interruption. For some time, could you please turn on your video?
Okay. Okay. Is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So my topic is on-chip optical communications. So we'll discuss regarding the system on chip and what is about system on chip and what is about P system on chip, programmable system on chip, system on chip casuistics, programmable system on chip casuistics, benefit and drawbacks, solution, major SOC application, and so on. This is my first part of my PPT. Here we'll discuss about the system on chip. Next point is introduction. So technical advancement. Today the chip can contain 100 millions of transistors. The transistor gate length are now in terms of nanometers. Approximately every 18 months, the number of transistors on the chip is doubles. That is stated by the Moore's law. And the consequence is the component connected on the pin PCB can now be integrated onto the single chip. How? Hence, the development of system on chip design is started. What is system on chip? The VLSI manufacture technology advances has made possible to put millions of transistors on a single die. It is enabled designer to put the system on chip and that move everything from the board on the chip eventually. System on chip is a high performance microprocessor since we can perform and give instruction to the microprocessor to do whatever you want to do. System on chip is the effort of integrated heterogeneous or different type of uh, silicon IPs on the same chip like memory, microprocessor, random logic, and analog circuitry. So, what is system on chip? System on chip, not only the chip, but more on the system. System of chip consists of chip, software, and integrations. The system chip includes embedded processor, ACIC, that is application specific integrated circuit, logics and analog circuitry, and embedded memory. This three part contain the system on chip. And also the system chip includes software includes OS, compiler, simulators, firmware, driver, protocol, integrated development environment, application interface, etc. The system on chip integration includes the whole system solution manufacturer consult the technical support team. What is PSOC? Programmable system on chip. This is the diagram of programmable system on chip, which is consisting of configurable analog blocks. Okay, just a minute. Just a minute. Okay, configurable analog blocks implement ADC, DAC, filter, amplifier, comparators, and etc. Then configurable digital blocks that implement timers, counters, PWMs, UART, SPI, etc. and 4 KB to 30 KB of flash memory for programmer stage, 256 to 2 KB of SRM for data storage, M80C microcontroller 4 million instruction per second. This is the diagram of a programmable system on chip dies. The system on chip architecture, which typically take 2 years to complete. Okay, this is a different level, and it is given nearly 48 months time to interval to complete the steps. And this is also a system on chip typical design with increase of complexity of IC and decreasing the geometry. IC vendors step of placement, layout, and fabrications are unlikely to be greatly reduced. In fact, there is a great risk that timing coverage step will be involved more interaction, need to reduce time before the vendor steps, need to consider the layout issue upfront. How is the SoC implemented? The application specific IC very integrated yet very expensive. FPGA cheaper to implement, field programmable array, and programmable device of the self device quick to program and chip. This is the different kind of chip. It is given in 1958. Now the chip has been revolution has been done, and many kind of transistor or electron circuit can be integrated in a chip. System on chip core. On the solution to the design of productivity gap is to make ASIC designer more standardized by reusing segments of previously manufactured chips. These segments are known as blocks, macros, cores, and cells. The blocks can either be developed in-house or licensed from an IP companies. Cores are the basic building blocks. The benefits. There are several benefits in integrating a large digital system into a signal integrated circuit. This includes low cost per gate, low power consumption, faster circuit operation, more reliable implementation, smaller physical size, greater design security. The drawback, the principal drawback of system on chip design are associated with the design pressure imposed on today engineers, such as time to make demand, exponential fabrication cost, increased system complexity, increased verification requirements. Solution is design reuse. Overcome the complexity and verification issue by designing intellectual property be to be reusable, done on such a scale that a new industry has been developed. Design activity to split into two categories, that is IP authors, producers, and IP integrators, that is consumers. IP author produce fully verified IP libraries, thus making overall verification task more manageable. IT integrators selected, evaluated, integrate IP from multiple vendors. IP integrated onto integration platform designed with specific application in mind. SoC advantages: decrease the power consumption, increase the reliability, small board space, can be cheaper when using ready-to-go component. Major SoC application: signal processing, image and video signal processing, information technology, PC interface, that is USB, PCI, PCI Express, IDE, computer peripherals, printer control, LED monitors control, DVD control, etc. Data communication, wireline communication, and wireless communication. The technological advantage means that complete system can now be implemented on a system on chip. Total system can be able to implement a system on chip. The benefit that this brings a significant in terms of speed, area, power. The drawback are that these systems are extremely complex, required amount of verification. The solution is to design and verify reusable IPs. So this is the growth. Okay. So multiple scaling trends. Now we will go for the different kind of scaling trends. Today, a few large cores on each chip, diminishing return prevents cores from getting more complex. Only the option for future scaling is to add more cores, still some scaled global structures. Okay, so tomorrow it will be 10 to 100 to 1000 of simple cores. Simple cores are more power and are efficient. Global structure do not scale. All the resources must be distributed. So here you can see in both the diagrams, so how it will be more number of things can be implemented. Okay, these are the future of multi-core. So how it is used in day by day. Okay, the multi-core challenges: scalability. How do you turn the additional core into the additional performance? Must accelerate a single chip, a single app, not just run more app in parallel. Efficient core-to-core communication is crucial. Architecture that grow easily with each new technology generation. Programming, traditional parallel programming techniques are hard. Parallel machines were rare and used only by rocket scientists. Multi-core are ubiquitous and must be programmable by anyone. Power already a first order design constraint, more core and more communication, more power. And previous trick, that is low VDD, is running out of the street. Multi-core communication today based on the interconnect, bus based interconnect, single shared resource, uniform communication cost, communication through memory, does not scale to many core due to the connection of long wires, scalable up to 8 cores. So point to point multi-core communication tomorrow, point to core mesh network, example MIT raw, and these are the some example. Neighboring tiles are connected, distributed communication resource, non-uniform cost, depend upon the distance, encourage the direct communication, more energy efficient than bus, scalable to 100 of cores. Multiple programming trends. Mesh and small cores solve the physical scaling challenge, but programming remain a barrier. Parallelizing application to thousands of cores in hard tasks and data partitioning, communication become critical and it is increasing concentration of for distant communication, degraded performance and higher energy, inefficient broadcast style communication, major source of connections, and expensive distributed signal electrically. Multiple programming planes for high performance communication and locality must be managed. Tasks and data must be both partitioned and placed. Analyze the communication patterns to minimize the latency. Place data near the code that needs it most. Place certain code near the critical resources. Dynamic and unpredictable communication is impossible to optimize. Okay. Improving the programmability. Observation, a cheap broadcast communication mechanism can make program easier, enable convenient programming models, reduce the need to carefully manage the locality, on-chip optical chip and broadcast. So these are the optical broadcast WDM internet connector. So optical broadcast network, waveguide process through every core, multiple wavelength eliminates the contention, signal reach all cores in 2 nanosecond, less than 2 nanosecond. Same signal can be received by all cores. Optical broadcast network, electronic photonic integration using standard CMOS process, core communicate via optical WDM broadcast and select network. Each core send on its own dedicated wavelength using modulator. Core can receive from same set of sender using optical filters. Optical bit transmissions. Each core send data using a different wavelength, no connections. Data is sent once, any or all the core can receive it, efficient broadcast. Core-to-core communication. 32-bit data were transmitted across several parallel waveguides. Each core contains receive filter and a FIFO buffer for every senders. Data is buffered at receiver until needed by the processing core. Receiver can screen data by sender or by message. Okay, this is the system capability and performance. Baseline raw multiple core chip, leading edge tile multicore, that is 64 core system, 65 nanometer process. Peak performance is and chip power, theoretical power efficient, effective performance, effective power efficient, total system power, and ATSC multiple core chip. Okay, the programming ATSC core can directly communicate with any other core in a HOP. Broadcast required just one send, no complicated routing on network required. Cheap broadcast enable frequent global communication. Broadcast based check up-to-date remote store protocol. Uniform communication latency simplifies scheduling. Communication centering computing. ATSC reduce on chip memory calls and hence energy and latency. View of extended global memory can be enabled chippable with on-chip distributed cache memory and ATSC network. This is the bus-based multi-core ATSC network, and this is the different type of network operations and energy and latency. Okay. ATSC ensures the communications-centric architecture which help the multi-core performance and program scalability. ATSC simplifies the programming with connection of free all to all based network. ATSC enabled by recent advance in CMOS integration of optical components. So what does the future look like? The Moore's law reached the university and research and university how the things has to be increased. ATSC is an efficient network. Modulator are primary source of power consumption. Okay, receive power required and modulator power. Example 64 communications. Okay, and comparison of electrical board broadcast across the 64 ports. Then optical communication. So all of you know about okay. So these are the basic things of optical communication. Advantage of optical communication is low cost, license free, and high bandwidth access solutions. Light sources are, all of you know that it is a laser or LED or OLED. So problems, atmospheric glasses. These are the basic problems of optical communication. Atmospheric glasses, turbulence, and pointing error. So though we have the light is the medium, okay, it is difficult due to the atmospheric problem. So we have some losses in atmospheric losses, turbulence, and pointing error. Many application, optical angular movement for quantum cryptography, satellite optical network, variable interactions, indoor low cost communication, enterprise campus connectivity, various video surveillance and monitoring, backhaul for cellular system, broadcasting, return link, and data recoveries. This is the ultra long and long range optical wireless communications, where we can see so different kind of applications are used in the sports events, campus, main networks, and security and defense, and different places the optical wireless communications are used. Air to ground FSO. So air to ground FSO quantum key distribution of communications. Here it is given very clearly. Now we can able to communicate by the optical. Space to ground FSO, bidirectional low Earth orbit to be ground optical link, laser communication relay demonstrated by the LCRD, high bandwidth geosynchronous to ground optical links. Down, these are the specification is already given over here. FSO networks, intra-satellite campus network, FSO link needs line of sight, link obstacles, building, faults and turbulence, no connections, and a mesh topology agile solutions. Or optical wireless communication and adverse channel effect. Optical wireless communication impairments are derived from the channel variation. Okay, background radiations, pointing error, atmospheric loss, atmospheric turbulence. Okay, so this is the medium range of optical wireless communication, higher indoor communications, vehicle to vehicle communications, visible light communications, and etc. LED and visible light communications, white light emissions, well-known technology, limited use due to the difficulty in RGB balancing, phasing out in the light industry, wide modulation bandwidth, popular for today general lighting industry, standardized for the emulation and communication, limited modulation bandwidth. Okay, LED is PN junction and small transit time, modulation bandwidth from 30 megahertz to 20 megahertz, and enough for the communications, complex modulations, and MIMO as a diversity technique. Okay. So LED and VLC, mobility, smart receiver, lighting dynamic, and main dynamic technologies. So these are the thing is given over here. Okay, LED and OLED. Okay, LED stands for light emitting diode, and OLED stands for organic light emitting diode. So solid state light emitting diode, compact, cheap, powerful, 50% light, more than 50,000 hours lifespan. Organic light emitting diodes, flexible and extensively used for high-end display product, HDTV and smartphones. OLED current state of art efficiency is 100% internal quantum efficiency, brightness is more, and these are the different kind of efficiency. OLED current state of art organic light emitted applications dominated in high and smart display products, 55-inch OLED LCD, 6-inch e-paper on plastic, solar OLED cars, flexible display, and none of the commercial application for the communications. These are the examples given over here. Okay, OLED techniques: M, high-speed OLED VLC system, analog equalizations, decision feedback equalizations, OFDM and POM, and AND. So wireless body area network, short-term and ultra storage range of OWC, wireless body area network, wearable, toys and dresses of LED interactions, OWC underwater communications. So ultra storage range of OWC, chip-to-chip communication, okay, and coupler fiber to chip, grating coupler trapping and feature sensor network. Feature of OWC: ultra storage range depends upon the photonic chip. Short storage range depends upon the consumer adoptions. Medium range, depending on the requirement established. Feature depends on the channel impairment solutions and the development of OWC network under the extreme situations. Long range and ultra range satellite is the solution of prevalence mitigation technique for high data optical link, NASA last issues and DLR quantum transmissions. Latest new on OWC, smartphone concept incorporate Li-Fi sensor for receiving the light-based data, pure Li-Fi transmission data using light, charge and receive data with light, TLC communication, and high-speed stock radars turn into the laser beams, extreme rest for the via light laser communication terminals, and the demonstration of Provost laser communication procedure. Okay. Uh, Thank you. Thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Excuse me, sir.
Thank you.
Sir, we Sukhojit, sir.
Okay, I've
Yes,
completed
sir.
my part. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you for your informative session, sir. We do have one query from Mr. Bhaskar. He dropped his question in the chat box. What is the difference between standard IC and then ASIC? It's in the chat box, sir. Sir.
Sorry. I've just muted. So an application specific integrated circuit, that is nothing but ASIC, is an integrated circuit made for one specific purpose. It is a chip customized for a specific use. It contains RAM, ROM, microprocessor, memory block, and it is usable in production of electronic products which are widely used. But IC is integrated circuit. It designed for design of silicon for general use. It can function as an amplifier, microprocessor, timer as well as memory. It is a ideal for small series. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for this informative session, and thank you for sparing your valuable time among us. And you gave ideas on on-chip optical communication. Thank you so much for your valuable time. Uh, audience. Audience, the feedback link is already shared in the chat box by our coordinator. And the next session will be again, we will meet in the next session at 3:30 p.m. Uh, so that session, upon that session, in that session, the title is Health and Happiness, and upon that title, Rotarian Sharmila Garnaik is going to deliver. So again, dear audience, we are going to meet at 3:30 p.m. for the upcoming session number 9 on health and happiness. Thank you for your support and cooperation till now. We will all again meet at 3:30 p.m. Thank you. Link is already shared. please use the link and fill your feedback form, submit your forms.